Johnny Somali. What do I say about this guy? I don't even know. He just can't get a W. Just taking nothing but L's, but they're his own L's. He gave himself the L's. For no reason. I don't even know what is on this dude's mind. What is this guy thinking? Apparently he's even deeper into trouble. Johnny Somali slapped with new S3X crime charge. He's looking at 31 years in South Korean prison. That's insane. That's insane.
Oh, he's in trouble again. Oh, Johnny Somali.
Oh, Johnny Somali in trouble again.
Facing up to 31 years in jail.
Facing up to 31 years in jail, though. He's probably going to get a lot of time, but I don't think he's going to see 31.
Ha 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 ha. Oh no. We don't feel so good, Somali bros. We don't feel so good, Mr. Hank. The guy that he lives with and lives off of, by the way, as much as he wants to deny it, he's got that clip out there saying he supports Johnny Somali. I made a video on that. He's broke. I don't know why he keeps streaming and putting himself into a position of getting in more trouble when he's not making any donations or anything.
Because he's stupid, I think. And he really does care for Johnny Somali. He really does care for his friend. But he shouldn't have got himself involved. I don't know why this had to happen with Hank. He seems like he could be, you know, kind of a chill dude, but maybe not because he involved himself with all the stuff with Johnny Somali. But, you know, other than all that, he's not nearly as insane as Johnny Somali. I could probably hang out with Hank and watch a movie with Hank until eventually we'd probably get into a fight because he'd be stupid and do something stupid that I didn't like or something. I don't know. He seems like the person that would try and fight somebody over some nonsense.
He has no money. This is why the trial getting delayed like it has been a good thing. Because even though he's not in jail, he's still kind of locked in a prison. He really is. And it's looking more and more like he really is going to go to jail. I'm going to tell you this. I'll be surprised if he doesn't get any jail time. Because now he's got another deep fake charge.
I think it's possible that he does come out of this with a slap on the wrist.
Which is very serious over there. Because the way that he put those out there, it's labeled as a sex crime. So now he has two of them. And it's looking more and more likely he for sure is probably going to go to jail. I hate to get anybody's hopes up, but I just don't see how he's not going to get thrown in jail for a while. How long that is, I don't know. I really don't think he's going to get 31 years.
Maybe a year. Let's make a prediction. Let's get our predictions down there in the comments. How much time do you think Johnny Somali's going to get? I'm going to say 3 years.
But that is a possibility. That's the maximum sentencing that he can get now. Like, what a fool.
I think that's like all together with all of the charges together. Usually when you get charged with a whole bunch of stuff, some of it gets dropped. I don't think he's going to be getting 31 years. Not even close.
And this is great. These nuisance streamers, this is going to put an end to these people going over to Asian countries and taking advantage of these people.
Yeah, Vitaly, he might be fucked. He really screwed up. He like actually committed some crimes.
And they're kind societies, very polite society that a lot of these Asian countries have. And these nuisance streamers know that, and they go over there, and they make all Americans look bad because they want to go over there.
Not just Americans. Non-white Americans. Because most of these people aren't white, unfortunately. Probably because the crazy white people don't go to these countries.
And screw with people. Well, this will be a big deterrent, won't it? So Mr. Infamous Somali is facing some deep, deep shit. So here are the details according to YouTuber Legal Mindset, who really does, in my opinion, have the best Johnny Somali coverage.
Yeah. I've reacted to a few legal mindset videos about this guy, Johnny Somali, and a few others.
The best Johnny Somali coverage. He's got some guys that get all the information from the court, translate stuff. Like, he's usually the first one to
Yeah, legal mindset and Atozi are my go-to.
break new Johnny Somali news. I don't trust it unless it comes from him, and this comes from him. And that's not any disrespect to anybody else covering it. I just know he's doing the best job here. So I try to get all of my information from Legal Mindset. I watched this stream yesterday that he did, and I was laughing. But before we get into it, I have a comic book out, in case you didn't know, and it's 100% done. This is the pre-order campaign, and we just hit $75,000, which is amazing.
That's pretty good.
2,700 books. Thank you to everybody that's backed it, everybody that shared the link.
Looks like
everybody
World War
that's at
II
least
Power
considered it.
Rangers.
Thank you. I'm very excited about this book. All of the art is done. We're telling a fun, action-packed, alternate history, supernatural story here. We got some patriotism. And
Yeah, cool.
We were typing, and I'm pretty sure that's the experience you'll have when you read it. So check it out. Link in the description. Now, here's what's going on. According to YouTuber lawyer Legal Mindset, Johnny Somali was hit with a second count of distributing false videos in the form of deepfake, something that's considered a sex crime in Korea. Previously, Ishmael was facing a single count, allegedly for sharing deepfakes of Korean streamer Bong Bong kissing him. But now, this second charge, as per Legal Mindset, is probably from the other Korean streamers who had run-ins with Somali, such as the Navy SEAL, who was fined for punching the American. We're going to go through some of this live.
Yeah. Little known fact, I covered it. Donut operator covered that guy's fine. What a legend. What a G.
Live stream here in a second. But remember that guy, that Navy SEAL that punched him and gave him the lights out and laughed at it as the cops were arresting him? He was charged and was given a fine of like $7,000 in American. What is the name of their money? Won. That wasn't, they didn't charge him in American dollars. It's what it equaled up to. Well, Donut Operator stepped up and paid the fine for him. He paid $4K because he'd already crowdfunded like $3K of it, so he just paid off
Yeah, I talked about this yesterday. This was awesome.
the rest. And I thought that was pretty cool, so I just wanted to give him a shout out.
He provided the loot for the guy taking out the Golden Goblin.
For that. So the fine didn't even come out of his pocket. And I think he even got to pocket a little bit of that money. So
This is what happens when you smash the loot goblin.
good on Donut Operator and everybody else that donated. I was going to. I didn't even get the chance because he came in and just cleaned it up. So deepfakes carry a maximum penalty of 10.5 years in jail. So if he's found guilty on both counts, he could be facing 21 years.
Yeah, but that's a maximum penalty. I don't think he's going to get the maximum of anything.
The rest of the stuff totaled is the other crimes totaled up. This doesn't include the other charges filed against him. So far, he's pled guilty to one count of obstruction of business, but he has an additional charge against him too. Obstruction of business carries a maximum penalty of 5 years.
I could see him getting like 5 years. I think 3, but I could see him getting 5. My prediction stands at 3.
So let's watch a little bit of this.
So here is what we have. Brand new, as of today, we have today, May 8th, 2025, Ramzi Khalid Ismail has been officially charged with a second count. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, not one, but 2 counts of the violation of the Special Act on Sexual Crimes for the distribution of false video deepfakes. This effectively doubles his maximum possible criminal penalty for deepfakes. There are now 2 charges. Each charge has a max of 10.5 years. Thus, the max penalty now he faces is 21 years in prison just for deepfakes. And then, because we have other charges, remember, we've got other charges, that's another 10 years stacked on. So he's looking at up to 31 years. That's the maximum amount now. 31 years in Korean prison.
And I don't think he'll get 31 years.
Yeah, what's the minimum amount? What's the minimum amount that he can get? 0? And a fine? Big fine? Banned from the country?
But you know, that number I'm sure looms in your mind, like over your head, when you hear that. It's like, what, I could spend 31 years? Usually you don't get something like that, but I will say this. When you act like a fool, you can get that thrown at you. Look at what happened to Vitaly, acting like a fool. We haven't heard about him for a while. And why is that? Because he's locked in a Philippine shithole prison.
Apparently, he's in the worst prison in the country where he's locked up with a whole bunch of people, whole bunch of dudes that are shirtless, like literally shoulder to shoulder in the cell 24/7.
Probably getting smaller because he doesn't have any of that juice to keep those giant muscles of his. So the next time we see him, he's probably going to look really skinny.
Or fat. I could see them looking fat. I could see them feeding them nothing but slop, make them fat and like unhealthy and don't give them anything to boost their testosterone at all. I could see it.
So, you know, acting like a fool like Somali has done, he could end up pissing off the judge and get a lot more time than he would have. What an idiot, man.
Is the new maximum that the court can assign him. Yes, 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 yes. Let's do a little.
Are you guys enjoying the stream today?
I can't. I don't know if I can show that.
Bong Bong IRL. And we have a second charge, which is probably from the Korean streamers, right? Bang TV, who I interviewed. You've got Youngman. You've got Dalgun, who I interviewed. And by the way, Dalgun, who had all of his fines paid for.
Yeah, he's done this deepfake stuff to a bunch of people. So we're at 2 right now. What if he gets a 3rd and a 4th? Yikes. Looking bad for you, Johnny. Why would you do this?
Because he's stupid and American, he thinks that he can get away with it because he's American.
Why would you do this? And you've got that Hank guy there with you. I'm pretty sure he had to have told you this was dumb to do. Man, why would you do this?
Or for the punch by Donut Operator and by donations from kind people like you guys. So Dalgun, he had a deep fake of him. So did Bang TV. So did Youngman. So all those guys pressed charges against him. So those deepfake charges were pending against him. So
I didn't know that. So he could have more coming. Oh, what a fool. I'm pretty, he's almost guaranteed some jail. How much jail he gets, I don't know. But I hate to say 100%, but I'm 99% sure this
I'm like 97% sure he's getting jail time. Prison time, actually, not jail. There's a difference. People keep saying jail, and it's making me say jail, but really it's prison.
mofo is going to jail for probably a year. I think they're going to make an example out of him.
I think 3 years. Maybe a year, but I think 3 years.
I really do.
1 to 5.
I really do.
all of those charges are coming against him, and they're separate. And what that means is that he can get hit with double the penalties. Double the penalties. And even if there was a settlement,
Dude's looking at 100 years in jail. That'd be insane. Maximum sentence of 100 years. That would be absolutely insane.
a quote unquote settlement with Bong Bong, which is, remember, his whole big legal talk, his whole big legal strategy was, we're going to settle with Bong Bong. We're going to settle with the female victim. We're going to pressure her. And they wanted to threaten her because she showed the image on her stream as well. but she showed it to show how mad she was about it, being like, this is wrong, right? So he tried to blackmail the victim.
Yeah, she wasn't having it.
And not only did that fail, it literally backfired in his case.
They think they're gangsters. They think they're internet streamer gangsters. And they can intimidate people, but they're really just morons. This is a cartoon. They should make a cartoon about this. It would probably be the best, funniest cartoon of the year.
Face.
Imagine thinking like anybody finds you intimidating, Johnny Somali. Nobody finds you intimidating.
When he tried to blackmail the female victim, the prosecutor probably saw this and said, oh, hell no, we're going to double down and give you another one. And by the way, there will be no settlement on that one because it's with the Korean YouTubers that you are literally attacking and threatening with defamation.
When is this all going to be over? I'm ready for this to be over. I want to see the verdict. I want to see what happens to this guy.
Remember, guys, Hank and Johnny have been threatening to sue the Korean YouTubers and myself, by the way, threatening to sue me with defamation.
That's true. Yeah, they're trying to act like they're going to sue anybody. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that, because they won't actually be suing Legal Mindset and whoever else. They're going to be suing the entire internet.
Good luck.
In Korea, do you think that people that you threatened to sue and you are suing, you literally said you're suing them?
By the way, Legal Mindset could probably press charges, and he hasn't come out and said that he's going to, but he hasn't said that he won't either. But Johnny Somali is talking about he's going to go pinprick him, which is something that does happen. So they would prick him with like a pen that has HIV on it. And he said that he's going to do that and then run off. What a fool.
That's a crime in America, and that's a crime in Korea. It's a bigger crime in Korea, I believe. I think they have, like, specific statutes against it.
Why'd you get charged with that one? And he's not the only one he said he was going to do that to. He said he was going to run around and just infect women with it.
Threatening Dalgun, you're threatening to the people. Do you think they're going to come?
I don't think he was threatening to pinprick the women. I think he was talking about his own pinprick.
To some settlement with you? By the way, that doesn't even really work in Korean court. Even if they were to say, oh yeah, we agree, they still, the prosecutor could still bring it. Their whole big brain legal strategy just got nuked from orbit. It got absolutely destroyed.
And we all knew that was coming. It was easy to see. Come on. Let's go. They just keep losing. They're taking L's left and right. You love to see it. More material for me to work with.
So it's pretty much a wrap. I know some people are impatient, like they're waiting for, they're waiting for a resolution.
I'm not really that impatient. I can wait. The longer we wait, the more things he does to get himself in more trouble. And the more videos I have to talk about it. So I'm here for it. Let's go.
I totally get that, but it's going to be a minute. I believe it starts in May. That's when late May. May 16th, I thought it was getting kicked around, but I'm probably wrong there.
And it's going to last a while. It's going to last a few weeks, maybe a couple months. Who knows? It might even get put off for a year or longer. And you'll just be stuck there.
I'm probably wrong there. Either way, it doesn't really matter as long as he keeps getting these charges racked up, because he is going to be in a world of shit once that trial starts, because there's probably more charges coming. I bet you there's another deepfake charge that's going to get stacked on this shit.
I bet there's some charges we didn't even think about that are coming, because we just don't know the laws in Korea. And they definitely don't.
He's in deep, deep trouble. Imagine sitting there thinking about this every night. And he thinks, well, at least he's saying he thinks that he's going to get off. I don't think that's going to happen, man. Everyone's looking at South Korea right now. The country is covering this on their national news. The people are pissed. And, happens over here. They give in to the mob sometimes.
if they don't do something about Johnny Somali, there's just gonna be copycats doing the same thing all the time, everywhere. Johnny Somali himself already was a copycat.
And I think they're going to give in to the mob over there. The people want justice. And I think they're going to get it. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Johnny Somali, taking L's, left and right, all over the place. Love to see it. I can't wait for this guy to receive 200 years in prison. Let's see him live through that one. I don't want any actual, like, physical harm or anything, but I don't think he's gonna get, like, any significant amount of time in prison either. Probably a year, maybe 3 years, most likely not 5 years. No more than 5 years. I don't see it. Prayers for this guy. Hope he comes out of this okay. I hope he comes out of this a new person. It's like he started life as a worm. He gets put in his cocoon, which is a prison cell, and he comes out a butterfly. Hopefully it's one of those situations. I don't see it, though. I don't see it. I'm just hoping. That's all I got for this video. Buy a t-shirt or something down there in the description. I'm out!